Hi, ladies and gentlemen. We're back for another episode of Dating Chronicles, and I hope you watched One Last Try tonight with Bishop Marcus Hill and myself. If you didn't, you still can on the OnPoint network. But tonight, we're going to talk about don't allow people to be the victim to make you the fool. So basically, you're not a victim, and I'm not your fool. Stay tuned. I'm learning my purpose, and I'm learning to love myself again. And I'm seeking to love again. So here's my dating chronicles. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. I bet you're like, what? This topic seems interesting. You're not a victim, and I'm not your fool. Ladies and gentlemen, understand in the process of dating, and even in the process of being friends with people, you will have people that are narcissists. And what is a narcissist? A person who thinks that everything revolves around them and that they can do no wrong and everything they do is right. They will never own up to what they've done wrong. They will never see what they do as being wrong. They will brush off whatever they done as nothing. But then when their life isn't going right, when nothing is doing right in their life, they don't see that they are the problem. A narcissist will run through females or males constantly. They will have a new person in their life every month, every weekend, every year, because they always see the wrong in everyone else and not themselves. So a narcissist will have you thinking you're the person that's wrong. And so we're going to talk about that tonight because I found myself being that person with so many people in my life. I'm sorry. When you realize your personality, you can realize how to structure your life around people. And I was talking with Bishop Marcus Hill tonight on One Last Try. And I said that I realized that I was training people to put me last. I was training people to treat me as if I wasn't important. I was training people to think that I'm always asking, what did I do wrong? That's my mentality. And when people that are narcissists or people who in general realize that's your personality, they're going to take it and use it to the fullest. And they might not even try to, but that's just nature. When people realize they can get away with something, or when people realize they can do things, or you train them to do them, they will do it. And what I mean by training people, because if you allow a behavior one time and they realize it, they allow the behavior a second time, a third time, people realize, okay, well, that's who they are. I can do whatever I want with them. So when you realize who you are as a person, as we discussed earlier, know who yourself. You can't date until you know who you are. So once you know who you are, and once you figure out your personalities, the things that you allow in your life, the things, all of that stuff, you can know how to handle people. Nobody is the victim. If you made a mistake, own up to it. I lied. I messed up. I hurt you. Those are key words that you need to say when you messed up with somebody. Apologize. There is no brushing over it. There is no trying to figure it out. There's no nothing. Just be truthful. Yeah, I messed up. Yeah, I cheated. Yes, I did it. Yes, I did it. I wrecked your car, whatever it is. Be truthful about it. I used you for money. Be truthful about it. I slept with you and I was sleeping with 50 other million people. Be truthful about it. But don't turn around. And because I've seen this in several different people. And what's funny is that I used to talk about this I deal with a lot of males because I'm more comfortable around because I had nothing but brothers. No, that does not make me a woman who is a whore or none of that. That's just my personality. And yes, women and men can be friends and not have sex. If you can't, then there's something wrong with you. Anyway, so I witnessed this in several men, and I'm not going to be true because I can say that I witnessed this in women, but I've witnessed this in several men recently. And one person specifically was related to someone I was married to. And what they would do is when they wanted to have their way or when they were ready to go cheat, they would start an argument. Literally, they would start arguing. Oh, you ain't do this and you ain't do that. And oh, it was an argument. I mean, knock down, drag out argument. They played the victim. Oh, they even had the tears sometimes so they could have a reason to go do what they wanted to do. Or so they can have a reason for that female to give them money, or they can have a reason for that female to go buy them what they wanted, or whatever it could be. And that female never paid attention to none of it. But it was funny because me and my ex-husband would laugh about it. Like, did this really just happen in front of us? Did she not paying attention to what he was doing? He didn't do just one. He did with several different females. So, I mean, it's like, that ain't the only person I've seen it. I've seen it in some other people around me. And I've even had to deal with a person like that. And when I realized what was going on around me, oh no, you're not going to take my what am I doing wrong spirit, my I want to be a better person spirit, and use that to make me feel like I'm wrong. If I admitted that I did something wrong, you're not going to take the moment of what I did and keep throwing it in my face while you piling your dirt up. It don't work like that, boo. You wrong. You messed up too. You did just as much, or then triple, quadruple, way more than I did. But I realized they were throwing my one little piece of dirt in my face and still try to make me want to be their fool, to make me say, well, what do I need to do to make this up? Or what else do I need to do? Or mentally, I was thinking, well, what else do I need to do to fix this? Because I was wrong. Not realizing that they knew what they were doing. They know what they're doing. People that throw that stuff in your face know what they're doing. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me explain something to you. If you have a giving spirit, a forgiving spirit, a loving spirit, there's nothing wrong with that. But there's something wrong with it when you don't see that that spirit is going to harm you. And what I mean by that is you could be forgiving, you could be loving, you could be giving. But once you've realized that people are taking it and using it abundantly to their advantage, walk away. You think God could be mad with you for walking away from foolishness? Because you're being their fool, you're being their idiot, you're being the person that they could just get whatever they want from. God is not. I guarantee you, if God himself could drop down here from heaven, or if he felt like he could drop down here from heaven, or if he wanted to drop down here from heaven and tell you, he'd be like, look, this person is playing the victim so they can get what they want out of you. Stop being their fool. He will tell you, stop. You're my child. I didn't create you to be stupid. I didn't create you to be the person on the wheel running around in a circle like you a doggone rat. He will tell you, don't play the rat game with them. Don't run around and be the hamster or none of that stuff. Don't be somebody's tool to use. That's not what God created you for. He created you for a purpose. And people like that, narcissists and victims, are people who were created to be in your life to stagnate you, whether you realize it or not. If you have a purpose, they are created to stagnate you. And some of those same people have purposes, like godly purposes, but choose not to accept them. And when you choose not to accept the purpose that God gives to you, you leave yourself open for the devil to use you. I don't know if y'all caught that. So let me say it again. When God gives you a purpose and you choose not to do it, you open the door for the devil to use you. And some of those people who have released their purpose from God, said they're not going to do it, are some of the biggest devils, because they open up the floodgates for the devil to use them. And the devil will take that same person who you see God in, who you know has a purpose, to destroy you, the person who accepted their purpose. Watch people around you. And there's some slick victims too, some slick narcissists too. Trust me, they travel in packs. It's family members, friends. A narcissist don't travel by themselves. They travel in packs because you know why? They want people to think they all that. So if one person in the pack is a narcissist, guarantee you it's gonna be one or two more in that pack because they want to make each other feel like they all that. But at the same time, if you pay attention, they're belittling each other behind each other's backs. They're telling on each other behind each other's backs. But they're doing the same thing. Don't let nobody play you. And I can say this because I'm learning this. I've seen it done to me, and I'm learning better. Everybody is not going to say the same thing about people. People can fool people for only so long. People can be so fooled by you for only so long. But people will start seeing the real you. And the ones that start seeing the real person who is not a victim, they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you. So this is my advice to you. If you sit down here and you're watching this and you realize you've been played for a fool this whole time, that people have been treating you like this your whole life, it's okay. You're not the only person. Hey, I've been through it. But it's time to stop. It's time to end it. It's time to level your level of thinking up. It's time to vibrate higher, as Papa Duck says. If you haven't watched Papa Duck, watch it. We have Duck Sauce, and then he has videos that he does. And he did a video talking about vibrate higher, which means the people around you should be vibrating on a higher level of thinking and activity. If the people around you aren't doing it, no. And trust me, narcissists 9 times out of 10 are not vibrating higher. They're not doing a doggone thing with their life, but trying to figure out how they can use people to get themselves where they're supposed to be. People that are actually working hard, doing what they need to do, they don't have time to be a narcissist. They don't have time to be a victim. They only have time to work hard and to be used by everybody else. Don't let people use you. So once again, if you're that person, find yourself do that, change it. Think about your behavior. Start praying before you allow people in your life. Let God show you who should be in your life. If you get this funny feeling when you're around a person, trust it. If you feel sometimes when you're around a person, trust it. If your mind is telling you, don't call them, don't. If your mind is showing you, oh, they only call me when they need something, or they only want to be around me when they want something, or when they see me level up, that's why. If you're in a group with them and they have to get all the attention by saying something stupid or ignorant or doing the most, trust me, you don't need to be around that person. If your level of thinking is trying to level higher, if you're trying to vibrate higher, you need to be around people who realize that working together, that building together can get you further. Trying to be the person that's being seen and on top, those are the ones who don't never have nothing or barely keep it. Because the ones, people who are actually making the money, people are actually doing what they're supposed to do, or people who are actually building and making businesses, trust me, they're always the quietest person in the room. When I used to go to conferences and everything, I would sit there so quietly and I would know everything they were talking about. I could answer everything. I could tell the people that were talking, what you just said is wrong. This. I would sit there for a little while. When God wanted me to be seen, he'll let somebody notice me. When he wanted me to talk, he'll let somebody say my name or, man, what do you think? Because we can see the look on your face or anything. When God wants you to speak, he will let you know. So trust and believe. If you got a person in the room trying to be seen, you don't need to be around them. You don't have to be seen to get the job done. You don't have to be seen by everyone. Those type of people will slow you down and they will play you for the fool. And I know they might be the cutest person, they might be the sexiest person, or their whole demeanor might just arouse you. But trust me, by the end of it all, you would have lost more than you would have gained. So you tell that person, you are not a victim, and I'm not going to be your fool anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you are blessed, and please be safe out there. I don't want anything happening to any of my viewers. And please make sure you share the OnPoint network with someone. You can now watch us on Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, Apple TV, AT&T TV, Xbox, the OnPoint network app, and you can go to our website. All right, love you guys. Have a great week. Mwah.
Listen, boy, even through the broken heart, the cheating and the lying, my love's still yours, and that's no lying. We were meant to be together through adversity, so I felt the need to let you know that you're